What's up everyone and welcome to Mordalon! Have you ever played a game and thought to yourself, if I created this game, I would have done it better. It would have been easier, harder, or maybe just better somehow. Well, I am in the lucky position to be able to change my own gaming experience, because this is my own game. And I'm basically in this series going to do a playthrough and do some playtesting of my own MMORPG created by me, myself, and my brother. We've been working on this game for quite a few years together, but recently we've been working on it a lot more and we're getting kind of ready to release. So I thought we might as well do some content around it. So right now I am doing the tutorial, and it's a pretty short tutorial where we're going to teach the player about the basics of combat. And we have three different classes: the worldly, holy, and cursed class. And we also have magic and ranged, or I should say all weapons have a class also. And you're going to have to pay attention to this class, because when you hit an enemy, you will do neutral, or weak, or strong damage. So you always need to make sure that you're using the right type of weapon depending on what NPC you are killing. So we're just going to go through this in the tutorial real quick. So this is a basic combat triangle, where holy is strong against cursed and weak against worldly. And if you're attacking with the same style on the same type of NPC, you'll do neutral damage. So now we will just use the third weapon style, which will be cursed. And if I remember correctly, we should do most damage to the worldly dummy, and neutral to this one, and weak to holy. So throughout the game you will need to pay attention to what style you're using if you want to do some efficient damage. We like this approach, and I think it will be really good for the game long term, because you won't have one best in slot weapon to always use. You will basically be using a bunch of different weapons, because we have archery and mage as well. So you'll have to collect quite a few of them, and I think that should be really fun. Right here we're going to learn the first ability, which is block. Right now we have a simple ability interface like this. We're going to rework it in the future, but it works for now. You add it to your bar and you can put it wherever you want. In the future we want you to be able to map them to whatever keys you like as well, but for now we have these ones. I'm just going to block a tomato here, and I will get a shield. And that's it. We're done with the tutorial and ready for the real game. I don't want a really long tutorial, because whenever I try a game, I am excited to just go and play and do some fun stuff. I don't want to go to school. In an earlier version of this game, you had to pick a weapon, kind of like in Pokemon, where you picked your own Pokemon, like do you want holy, worldly, or cursed. But since it's very important for the player to learn to use the correct weapon against the correct enemies, we thought it would be better if you get all of the three once, so you can choose the right one for whatever you're killing. So right here you can see I'm doing 2 damage to the chicken, and if I'm using worldly it should be 1 damage. Is it 0 if I'm using... No, it's still 1. Yeah, doing 0 damage would be kind of pathetic. So we actually had to code these specifically, because you do not, of course it's not double damage if you use the correct style, but we wanted you to be able to see the effect on the first enemies, so you kind of get a bit stronger on the chickens compared to other enemies. So yeah. This is an MMO, so you're free to roam and do whatever you like. There isn't one specific storyline, so you can do any quests you like. Right now we have about 20 quests. But you also get a tip up here, because I let my girlfriend try this game and she's like, what do I do? Tell me what to do. And she's not the exploring type, so we thought it would be good to give the player some tips up here. And it's basically just achievements, which is actually really satisfying and fun to do. So even if you're not using these tooltips like a tutorial, it's super satisfying, and we will also add rewards to all of the achievements. So it's not just easy game, it's all the way to end game, like raids and bosses and everything. Okay, so let's do some combat. And in this game, we want it to be really interactive, so it's not just point and click. These early enemies, you see I can dodge their abilities to take 0 damage. I should of course make sure that I don't die and that I'm using the correct weapon against these guys. So I can either keep dodging these magic attacks by running back and forth. Ooh, that's a nice first loot. Or I could block them. So block. I take 0 damage when I block here. That won't be the case in the future as well. I just died. Gamer move. I actually got some pretty good. I think these are like the 2 best items you can get from this. Leather I can do some crafting with. We do have some skills. I think we have 10. 11 farming isn't really done yet, but 10, 11. At release I think we might actually have thieving as well, so we will probably be at 12. And yeah, I really do like this plate body, if we can call it that. It's called a wooden plate. It's quite basic, but there is actually a point to that. When I played games like Adventure Quest back in the day, I really liked that you could get really cool armors. But I tried playing Adventure Quest again, maybe like 2 years ago, and the starter armor looks crazy good. Like, it's really cool, looks like endgame gear. And I really dislike that, because I want to be able to see my progression throughout the game. I don't want to be looking like a badass the first second. I want to work myself to that. And I want other people to look at me and think, oh wow, that guy has really cool armor, I want to be like that guy. And yeah, it kind of sucks if everyone looks the same from start. So the gear will look kind of like this, and it will get more and more badass when you get better gear, so that should be really fun. I think the warrior class is already pretty good, in a good place. We've done a lot of playthrough with melee, but with ranged and magic, not so much. So this account, I actually think I called it Archer, yes, Archer, because I wanted to try some archery. I was wondering why I wasn't blocking these, and the problem is I do not have it in my library for the archery class. So I actually have a different library depending on what weapon I am equipping. And I can actually equip several weapons at once. So as you can see up here, I can have 3 different weapons. So I can simply scroll between them, and it will automatically switch the bar down there. I can have a bunch of different armors as well equipped at once, which is really cool, so I don't have to click on all of the items in my inventory. I can simply control and scroll, and I will switch to an entire new armor set. But I do unlock that at higher levels. We do not want to overwhelm players when they first start out. So this game has some very simple graphics, as you can see, and there's 2 reasons for that. One, I'm not a great artist, and we want to make this game ourselves, everything. So that's one reason, but another reason for it is because we want to keep it simple. And the reason for that is because we want to be able to create a lot of content in a short time span, and we're only 2 people. And with these kinds of graphics, I can make a new item in no time, which is really cool. We will probably have weekly updates in the future, and in a week we should be able to get a lot of things done. So that should be really cool and exciting for the players. I will go and start the first quest. Let's see. Here we have a quest list and we can sort them by difficulty and required level and title. So level 1, back to health. Let's start with that one. And I actually don't want to create videos that are way too long, so we are going to start this quest in the next video. So if you would like to see more of this series, feel free to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support us directly, we have actually created a Patreon, and all of the money we receive will go into creating this game. This is just a passion project and not for profit at the moment. So yeah, if you'd like to support, the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching!